Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Jaguar football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, the Louisiana Lottery, Communities of Color Network, Tobacco Free Living, The Grind Inside Quarters, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we come to you from The Grind Inside Quarters, located at the corner of Sherwood Forest and Coursey Boulevard. We invite you to come out in the neighborhood at 12:30, have some delicious lunch, talk some SU football after we shoot the show. Today, Coach and I are going to have some wings, and I think we're both going to be happy after we do the show. Of course, you can catch us on TV about 6 times a week. You can catch us also digitally on our YouTube channel or the Facebook channel at your leisure. Coach, jumping right into it, great win over UAPB this weekend. Pretty much a done deal by the end of the first half. Again, just like last game, your football team is clicking in all phases, offense, defense, and special teams. And that's got to make you happy when you look at the work you've put in and the product you're getting on the field.
Well, you know, it's a great night, you know, senior day, you know, great opportunity for those guys to go out with a win. And you're right, they're playing well. I think they're accepting the process that's before them, and they're really executing at a high rate. And the challenge is each week, can you continue to focus and do the little things that it takes to be successful? And if you do that, football will take care of itself. But you're right, very pleased with the performance. Great first half, finished off a football game against a team that really had been playing well. So take my hat off to the assistant coaches and those players. Really did an outstanding job, and we look forward to continued success in the month of November.
Coach Odums, another stellar performance by your quarterback, Ladarius Skelton. I think he was 13 of 15, 12 of 15, 283 and 4 touchdowns. But more importantly for him, he's got some bragging rights when he goes home to Pine Bluff for Christmas, maybe, because that's where he's from. He actually played the team for the university where he's from, but just incredible performance, and he's really playing great at the right time of the year.
Well, exactly. You know, I think he's got great command of the offense, and he's taking steps. You see him take the next step each and every week. He's preparing himself to have great games. He's putting extra time in. And each week, that's the challenge, is how much more you're willing to invest to be great on Saturdays. So invest during the week so you can be great on Saturdays. He's doing that. He's learning that process. And each day he gets a lot better. And we're going to need him to continue to play well if we want to achieve the mission that's in front of us.
Well, Coach, let's tell the viewing audience in the Jaguar Nation exactly what happened at A.W. Mumford Field Saturday. And, Coach, talk about all phases of the game. Great special teams coverages right here to start the game.
Yeah, you know, I think anytime you can tackle a team before they get to the 20 or 25-yard line, that's great coverage there, tackled by Jordan Lewis.
Here you're going to see some great defense right here. Coach, you can't help but love it when your team comes out and gets a turnover like that quick in the game.
Well, I tell you, and Tim Thompson did a nice job on the interception and offense. That's what we talk about, taking turnovers and turning them into 7 points. When you do that, you put a lot of pressure on the opposing team. You
saw Skelton hit Chaney for 16, then he ran for 6, Mims for 5 and the touchdown. Fontenot comes in and gets the extra point. 7-0 Jaguars at this juncture. Again, we're talking about special teams playing great football. On this kickoff, another great coverage by the Jaguar special teams, forcing a fumble, giving the ball back to the offense.
That's a great job there by B.J. Harris. Cesar with the recovery, one play by the offense, touchdown.
28 yards to Randall Menard on senior day, and he's on the scoreboard. We're up 14-0 at this juncture. Coach, here you got a loss of 3 by your defense, Porter and Champion. The defense is going to come back. A good hit by Demario Houston, and then another good hit by Champion. And Coach, right now, your guys are really playing lights out football.
Well, I tell you, they're playing well together, and you're going to hear some of those names later on in the broadcast. But you got to like the way Champion is playing, anchoring that defensive line, and it's just good to see these guys playing extremely well and playing extremely fast.
Coach, what I loved about it is you're really stopping teams in the red zone, which really is kind of disheartening for a team to get so close to scoring and not be able to get on the scoreboard.
You're correct. Red zone defense is one of the strong suits, and you got to play well down there. You got to hold teams to 3. When you do that, you got a chance to be successful.
There you saw Ladarius Skelton hitting Randall Menard on a nice 57-yard touchdown. We're up 28-6 at this juncture. Again, the defense playing stout, Coach, making the UAPB Golden Lions turn the ball over. We get the ball back. Skelton's going to hit Hunter Register for a 45-yard touchdown. And right now we're up 28-6 and really, really, really clicking on all cylinders, Coach.
Well, you're correct, and I think that's a good sign of a good football team, being able to really just put a team away and just take all their hope. And it was just good to see our guys do that. There
you see Skelton hitting Houston. He takes it 74 yards and gets tripped up right at the 5-yard line, which sets up Devon Ben to get him a touchdown and get on the scoreboard. Fontenot comes in for the kick. We're up 35-9. Total command of this game right now, Coach. And there you see a great defensive play. Nice pass out in the flat, but the defense is all on top of the guy. Skelton comes in, hits another touchdown pass. Coach, first half, you had to be totally pleased with what you got from your football team.
Yeah, and I thought defensively, 9 points in the first half was good. In the first half with a nice sack right there by Jordan Lewis, and offense scored 42 points. Special teams do their job. And, you know, you got to play that way in the month of November. And I think our guys are understanding that. And just to see the attention to detail. But when you come back and look at the film, we can be so much better and work on some little things and get better this off week as we prepare for the next game.
Well, you heard it from the coach. The Jaguars can still get much better. When we come back, we'll look at the second half highlights from the SU Jaguars UAPB Golden Lions game from this past Saturday on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
This holiday season, Powerball is putting in extra hours to give you a special holiday bonus. Purchase any Powerball with PowerPlay ticket for entry into weekly cash drawings to win your share of $300,000. Play Powerball with PowerPlay and get your holiday bonus.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Are you looking for some great food and to have a great time? Well, come eat, drink, play, and win at Quarters. We've got $7.99 lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or you can kick back after work with happy hour from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Then reverse happy hour from 9 p.m. to closing. Bowl, play laser tag and arcade games and eat some of the best food in Baton Rouge 7 days a week. Only at Quarters.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we come to you each week from the Grind inside Quarters, located at the corner of Sherwood Forest and Coursey Boulevard. Coach, jumping back into it, you're up 42-9 at the half. I'm sure there was a lot of confidence in the locker room at the half. And when you're playing so well, what can you tell your team to keep them focused, to keep them settled, and you got another half of football to play?
Well, 0-0. You know, that's the mentality when we come out of the locker room in the second half. New football game, so don't worry about what we did in the first half. And this team has done a great job of moving on and playing the next play, playing the next phase of the game. And that's the biggest thing, is just understanding that you still got a second half to play. Let's see if we can go out and play even better than we did the first half.
Coach, got to talk about your defense and the game they've been playing for the last 3 or 4 games. About 8-9 sacks over the last 3 or 4 games, many by freshmen Jaron Johnson, Jordan Lewis, also Lunkins, Carter, Palomino, and others. What has fueled this aggression to get to the quarterback and get sacks and to really play great defense across the board?
Well, I think when you talk about sacks, it starts with your defensive line. I think those guys are playing really well. We inserted the true freshman who gives us a speed rusher off the edge, and when you can have that pressure each and every play, I think it makes it more fun to play defense. It gives our secondary a chance. Quarterbacks know they can't sit back there and pat the ball, but those guys are playing really well. Jaron Johnson was able to get him a sack in this football game. The Caveman Champion is playing well. You know, we played about 13 defensive linemen. I think playing that many guys, keeping guys fresh, is also what makes you a great defense. And I think our guys are playing really well, and we look forward to playing well in the month of November.
Well, let's jump into those highlights, Coach, and show people exactly what happened in the second half. And we were just talking about Palomino, and he and Tillman on a great stop right here to start off the third quarter. And then we talked about Jaron Johnson. There he is, sticking the quarterback. You got to love that, Coach, as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, you got to love it whenever you can get that quarterback on the ground.
You see Ben gashing him for 30. Then Lampley comes in, gets him some time. He rushes for 9. Then he's going to hit Jamar Washington for 15. Then Lampley's going to hit Catalone for 20 and a touchdown. And Fontenot's going to come with the kick. 49-9 at this juncture. Coach, we picked up right where we left off.
What you like to see is come out and put that first touchdown on the board the second half. And really what you're trying to do is put that nail in the coffin. And those guys did a great job of executing that first drive out of halftime.
You're going to see a great kickoff return when we come back. Then you're going to see Coach Chaney going to rush for 43 and a touchdown. Right here, we're on defense, of course, and playing great defense. They actually get on the board. We were jumping ahead a little bit there. But here we come with the kickoff return from Thomas. Again, Coach, this is a great return because when you can get 25-30 on a return, you set the offense up for a good place to start on the football field.
Well, exactly. I think Thomas is going to be a weapon for us going down the stretch.
There you see Chaney busting it straight up the middle for 43 yards and a touchdown. Fontenot has been doing a great job kicking extra points. Right now, the Jaguars are up 56-17 and pretty much got this game iced away. Coach, from a press box perspective, when a game gets like this, you know, a lot of people that are working can't wait for it to get over because it's just kind of out of hand and you don't want anybody to get hurt. And you're just kind of looking at a total domination by a team over another team. And that's what we saw Saturday night over the UAPB Golden Lions.
Well, the mission is to be dominant and to bring the right attitude to practice so they carry over to the game. And I think our guys were mentally prepared and they were ready to go. And they understand it's the month of November and it can only be a month to remember if you do the necessary things. And I like the attention to detail, I like the focus. We know what's the next challenge and we were happy to come out of here with a victory.
Well, there you have it from the coach. When we come back, we're going to have our Alpha Media Players of the Week and we're going to also have our Coca-Cola player interviews. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Of course, every week in this segment of the show, we have our Alpha Media Players of the Week. Coach, who are the Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, offense, it was our quarterback, who I thought played extremely well. Ladarius Skelton did an outstanding job for us. When you can play like that and put those kind of points up, it normally starts with the quarterback. And a nice shout out to our offensive line. When you talk about defensive player of the week, you got to look at the Cavian champion, defensive lineman, that's really done a great job for us, and he's really coming into his own. He's one of the more dominant defensive tackles in college football. And then special teams, you saw a fumble there, and the hit was created by Benjamin Harris, who does an outstanding job on all our special teams. Those are our Alpha Media Players of the Week.
Thank you, Coach. Coach, after the game, we caught up with two of those seniors on their last game in A.W. Mumford Stadium. Randall Menard from the offense, Alfred Palomino from the defense, and Joe Dupree filed this Coca-Cola player interview.
Tonight, here on the Bluff, as our Jaguars came out victorious, I'm here with Alfred Palomino from Covington, Georgia, a senior. Last game, 6 tackles tonight. Man, what got you motivated for this game?
I think it was a mindset of me thinking more like, this is my last one. What can I do to show the crowd at A.W. Mumford Stadium what I got in me, what they have been missing to see and whatnot.
Well, family, next game, Bayou Classic. Our nemesis, none other than the Grambling State Tigers. What will the defense have to do to keep this motivation moving to win that game?
Just got to stay focused, going to practice with our mindset on what we want to do and what we got to do, and that's going to find us.
Well, Todd, we're here with Randall Menard. Randall, this is your last time on the Bluff, senior, capping off your career tonight, 2 big touchdowns. Man, how did it feel to end your career, the season here at A.W. Mumford like that?
Felt great. Felt being great, playing with my guys. They're young. Just had to show them that I still had it tonight.
Well, family, listen. Can we keep this going as the offense rolls into the Bayou Classic in Grambling? Can we keep this momentum going?
We take it week by week. It all starts with practice and good habits.
Well, you heard it right here, Todd, at the Jaguar Football Show.
Joe, thank you, Alfred, and thank you, Randall. Coach, talking about seniors, it's always a bittersweet moment when it comes to senior night. These guys have bled and sweat for you. They've given it their all. They've given their all for the Jaguar football program, and then it comes time to say goodbye. Most of them do 40 years, but in Randall Menard's case, he actually did 6 years. And we're scrolling over some of the seniors. Talk about some of your seniors, Coach, as they scroll by.
A.J. Palomino from Atlanta, Georgia, outstanding job for us at linebacker. Arvin Huff out of New Orleans, nickelback for us. My homeboy, DeMario Houston from Shelby, North Carolina, played with his dad. Great to see the smiles. Dennis Craig, just an outstanding tight end for us. We'll get him back next week. He missed senior day as a player, but glad to see him standing out there. Elijah Allen, his brother played for me, graduated, now coaching high school football. Glad to see this young man make it to senior day, and it's always fortunate to coach these young men. Randall Menard, 6 years. You know, he's back again, you know, for a 6th year, and just excited for this young man to enjoy his senior day.
When you talk about 6 years ago, there's another one.
Tim Thompson, you know, East Feliciana, Tim, Cheney, Danny, they all came in here, and he's the next one to get his degree and get ready to head out. So proud of those guys. Graduate transfer, Trey Smith, getting his senior day here at Southern. Grandmother lives down the street, close by the university. Just excited for that young man trusting in us, and I'm glad he's having a successful senior campaign.
Trey Smith has really been playing exciting football at the wide receiver spot. Coach, when you talk about seniors, you know, you really get into a situation where you've had those kids, they really become like sons to you in a lot of cases, don't they?
Well, exactly. You build a great bond with them, and you know that's what the purpose is. I think when you're coaching at HBCUs is that you have to understand, you know, what the purpose is. And my purpose for being here is to be able to impact young men and provide them a platform that gives them opportunity to be productive citizens in society. And that's what Southern University offers, and we're excited about it. It's really not about football. I think these young men come to us looking for some trust, looking for some leadership, looking for someone to help them grow and become better young men. And we're grateful for the opportunity that Southern University gives us to be able to provide that platform for each and every young man in our program.
Coach, you know, in this era of kids leaving college early, you know, especially on the basketball side of things, for team chemistry and leadership, you really need seniors, don't you, to help kind of be the leaders on the team on the field and not have to have the coach always saying, do something the right way.
Yeah, you need an extension of the coaching staff, and those seniors provide that. What we try to do is get our players to understand is that your classification does not make you a leader. What it does is give you an opportunity to be somewhere for a length of time to allow you to know the program and be able to spread that to the other individuals. Well, we ask all our guys to be great leaders and be model citizens and represent our program in the right way. And I'm proud to be the head football coach of this class because these young men have represented Southern University this year in the right way.
Of course, when we come back, we're going to talk about our traditional open week, and then, of course, the showdown, the Bayou Classic 2018, the 45th anniversary of the Bayou Classic is in 2 weekends. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
This holiday season, Powerball is putting in extra hours to give you a special holiday bonus. Purchase any Powerball with PowerPlay ticket for entry into weekly cash drawings to win your share of $300,000. Play Powerball with PowerPlay and get your holiday bonus.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Are you looking for some great food and to have a great time? Well, come eat, drink, play, and win at Quarters. We've got $7.99 lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or you can kick back after work with happy hour from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Then reverse happy hour from 9 p.m. to closing. Bowl, play laser tag, and arcade games and eat some of the best food in Baton Rouge 7 days a week. Only at Quarters.
Back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we come to you each week from the grind inside Quarters, located at the corner of Sherwood Forest and Coursey. We invite you to come out, have some of the delicious food, talk some SU football after we do the show. Coach, traditional open week is coming up this weekend. Plenty of work to do, but the real truth is we've talked about recruiting plenty in our previous 2 open weeks. So let's get to what the people really want to talk about. They want to talk about what are we going to do with those G-men this year, Coach. Grambling State, our biggest rival, our biggest game. The G-men are having kind of an up and down year. They haven't been as high flying as they've been the last 3 years. Of course, they've had some coaching changes. They've had some player changes. So, of course, the big question is, you know, Bayou Classic, they're coming off of a 29-16 win over Alabama A&M this past Saturday. They stand at 6-4 on the season, second in the SWAC West behind us. What are we going to do with those G-men this year, Coach, as we get ready for the Bayou Classic?
Well, you know, I think you're starting to see a shift in the momentum and, a shift at the top. You know, a lot of teams are rebuilding and some are reloading, just trying to find the right mixture. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to turnovers. And that's usually how these kind of games go, and composure. And I think enough of our guys had a chance to taste the defeat last year that are back in that locker room, and we really understand as a team what we need to do and how we need to go about doing it in order to be successful. They're playing really well now towards the end of the season, so it ought to be a great football game. But believe me, I think the difference maker is going to be turnovers, and which team is going to have the will to just finish off the 60 minutes and go beyond. But at the end of the day, I like where we are mentally. I like how we've gotten better every week. And if we just continue to do the little things and have great attention to detail, we should be all right in this football game.
Well, we'll have more talk about the 45th anniversary of the Bayou Classic next week on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us as we wrap up this week's edition.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. As we wrap up this week's edition, Coach, how are we standing with injuries so far this season?
Pretty healthy. You know, we did get some guys get, banged up a little bit in the last football game against UAPB. But we look for everybody to make a speedy recovery. And it's tough. You usually get some injuries late in the year.
Well, of course, Coach, next week when we talk Bayou Classic, we'll talk about the pomp and the circumstance and all you guys' travel itinerary. Thanks for watching. Go Jags!